it's been so beautiful, and now, oh my gosh, raining, cold. It's back to winter. Hey guys, grab yourself a cup of coffee. We got some work to do right here on this Jeep 2013 Jeep Wrangler Sport. Wait till you see what we're doing on it. Check out this next video. Okay, everybody out there in shock world. Hey, thinking about changing the shocks, but I can't tell if this one's good or bad. It looks crappy. I don't know how many miles are on these shocks, but here's so I'm going to push it up, and it ain't real easy. I'm pushing some strain into it to get it to go up. Now then, that's how fast she's coming down. She is coming down, but not very fast, as you can see. And I can't find nothing on a good shock or bad shock on the internet. It's all about struts. Well, I don't have struts. I'm old school, I guess. But you can see how slow that comes down. Anybody out there, I got no ride issues. Got no hopping, got no sagging, no bopping, no beeping. You guys got any ideas? Please post them below. I put this video short out there for everybody to see and see if I could get some help. And I did. Every one of these guys' name you've seen going underneath here, they sent me a little information on this and that. Very helpful. So thank you very much. And let's get back on to the movie. All right, I'm going to try to show you that nut up there. Can you see it up there? It's up on top. There's no way for me to get a light hanging here anywhere. But anyway, you can see it up here, right there. Well, this one down here on the top of the socket there, shock, is a 17. That one's a 16. A lot of you guys not gonna have 16s in your kit. I have a very big kit. That's why I do. But I'm not using a regular 16th inch wrench. I did to start with. Is that upside down? Yep. There we go. 16 millimeter Craftsman. I did use that to break her loose. But now I've switched over to a ratchet style. It's also a Craftsman. Get it there where you can read it. Light's not good when you're underneath here. Anyway, I'm using that, and I'm going to show you how I'm using that, because that's a long-winded son of a gun up there. So I'm putting this one right here, because this whole shock will turn with that. Let me back her up a little bit. See, this whole shock will turn with that. So then I'm taking my 16 and I'm putting it up on top here, like that, and holding that still. Then I'm just doing this. Trying to anyway. Let's see. There we go. Now, oh, what the heck's going on there? She got to a spot she don't want to turn. Well, that's how I was doing it up to that point. Now that's odd. Been doing a lot of the WD-40. Oh, goodness. That's how I'm going to do it, but I can't have the camera here in my way to do it. Well, you know, patience, sometimes you just get tired of cranking on stuff, so you get out the old death wheel and just cut it off. And that's what I did. So I'm going to pull that out and show you what she looks like. That nut got up there. Threads must have been banged up or not, something, but I could get the death wheel in there, and I did, and I cut it off. You could do it with any kind of saw once you get enough room. So I'm going to pull that out of there and put it on the table and show you what we got. Okay. Now I got everything set up here. I'll show you what we used, show you what we did. First off, this is where I just whacked that thing off. Oop, right there. Just cut it off. it got up here and the threads was too banged up. You see now, it went really good for quite a ways. See, them threads are not bad, but it got up there and I went, to heck with that. So if you can cut it off, you can, because you don't need it. That's how that goes on there. That was up between the frame. Make sure when you put it back on that it's this part's on the downside, then this one's on the upside, and it fits right like that inside itself, which is pretty nice. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's turn that off. You're gonna need a trouble light probably. I did. And so this, I said it was a 17, it is not. The 17 started slipping. Or I picked up the wrong one. This is the 16 right here. And this one's a 16 right there. Now if you got one of these, that makes it pretty deep, pretty easy compared to just taking a bite and not. Now they got another ratchet here. I'm going to put it on here. I almost bought it, but I only have one more to go. $11 ratchet. If you don't have a 16, get that ordered along with your new shocks. 17, I didn't need. There's nothing here that a 17 fits. Although I was told it would. It did not. Everything was 16, except for this bolt. This one is a 18. Oh, there it is. This one holds the bottom of your shock right here. You stick, that comes right through there. You put an 18 on one side and an 18 on the other side, and if you got a power wrench, off it comes quickly. I'll be reusing that, I'm sure. I might reuse the washers. I don't know what comes with the kit, but I know I ain't reusing that nut. Now I'll guarantee you that. So that's the tools we used. Whatever size lug wrench you need, you're going to need that. This one was three-quarter. Like I said, this is 18. That's what I used to get it off, and it's flaking. I put that on there. You've seen it earlier. Should I replace it? Because it still had a little working properties in it, but man, that thing is. This is a used unit, and apparently they were on a lot of salty roads. Now this is what I call the old death wheel machine. That thing right there, if that come loose, that could hurt you bad. But I always wear my safety stuff, as you can see. I always wear that when I'm doing that thing. Anyway, that's how you get it off. I'm going to take the other one off. I might show you how to take this off. It's pretty simple. It just goes through the bottom. Zip, zip. How hard can that be to figure out? But other than the stuck bolt nut up here, that was easy to take off. So to recap, you need 16, a couple 16-inch wrenches, and a couple 18-inch wrenches on this Jeep 2013 Wrangler Sport. So that's that. I'm going to take the other one off, then we're going to put one on, and I'll show you how it goes. Got to get them ordered first. So it'll be a while. Well, as you can see, we got the shocks. So we're going to put them on. Now it looks like these are standard thread, 3/4 inch. But first thing we got to do is we got to cut this thing off. I've never put on shocks like this before, but let's see if we can get that cut. If I can get her in there. There we go. Okay, now I got to whoops. Hard to do that with one hand. Sorry guys, now I'm going to take that off. And we're going to put the rubber boot on like so. You see that little groove there? That's got to go in here. That's what we had to take that thing off. So we're going to take that off. I guess they put that on for packaging because it will just keep going out because it's going out right now. These are way sturdier than the stock ones. So I'm going to get this boot put on there. I'll put a little soap in there to make it go in easier. The reason why I use soap is then when it dries, it's sticky. So that's what we're going to do there. Get that ready. Shove it in there. Already got the camera ready. See if we can get her on there for you guys. That was simple. She slid right over there. Now all I gotta do is put the washers on the bottom here, like so. Slide this up through the hole. You're gonna see that on the other camera. That's ready to go. Then we'll strap her down with that little, wherever it is, one of these wire ties right here. We'll put that around down here. Good to go. Let's see if we can get her on. Camera's ready, but I wanted to show you. Can't see with all the lighting, but let me take you back here. We cleaned all this frame stuff up. We did, and then we took the pressure washer over there, pressure washed everything off, and put a little coat of black paint on her. Looks a lot better. So we got that done while we were waiting on the shocks getting here. All right, there we go. I'm gonna hopefully not bump anything so I don't knock the camera off like I have been known to do. Let's see if we can get this up in there. Alrighty. Then we got all of our tools. That just goes like that. Wow, if we could put that bolt in, that would hold it up. Let's see if I can compress that enough to do that. Gotta go get my old new bolts. Okay. Oh boy. There we go. Okay. And now then, hold that there for a minute. Let's get the washer on it. Like so. And we got a couple threads of nut. Threads for the nut. Yeah, there we go. That's all we need to do right there. Okay. Alrighty. Now, all we got to do is I'm going to use this wrench again, and for the 3/4, put it up on there like that. Going to hold it down here, and then we're just going to crank it. Crank it. Okay. Alrighty. I guess I don't need to do that right away because it's just spinning on there anyway. When it starts getting tight, we'll put the wrench on it. But she's just doing it right like that. Oh, there we go. She's tight now. Tight enough. Ain't tight, but we're going to put the wrench on it now, like so, and take this and now then we want to get that good and tight. That's a lock nut, by the way, so it ain't going to be easy. And I doubt if you can see it now. That nut ain't coming off. Not by itself. I mean, it will come off. I haven't even got the thing compressed yet. She's tight. I guess tight is right. Oh, okay. Got a little problem right there. Ouch. Son of a gun. Okay. That is tight. I don't know if it's right, but it's tight. It doesn't look compressed very much. I'm going to put the bottom one in, show you how that is, and then we may come back up here and snug that up. You don't need to see that. It's going to be simple. And I'm going to just put the camera down here and you can see this part down here. And let's just do that. I ain't even going to shut the camera off. Just move you. So what we got to do now is put the bolt in right through. Let me zoom out. There we go. We've got to put the bolt in here and go through there. So all I got to do is lift it up and shove that through there. So that's what I'm going to do. But there's no way I'm going to get the camera on it and get you in here and get me in here. It ain't going to happen. But that's what we're going to do. Okay, how tight do you tighten that? Well, you can see that rubber is starting to bulge. And I'm grunting to tighten it. So if I'm grunting and that's bulging, I'm going to call that good enough. If it gets loose, I'll check it later. But don't think so. That's the top one's just as punched out as the bottom. It's a lock nut, and so I think we're good to go. Now down on here, this is what I was going to show you a picture of. Is I had this jack underneath that just to hold it up there so I could get everything started. Just a bottle jack. It held it up there, then I was able just to use some pry bars and move it over and stick the used bolt through there, because I didn't get any hardware with it like they said. But that side is done. I'm going to do the other side, and we're going to call this a done video, because the other side is just going to be just like this. Oh, there is one other thing I did on the other side. The other side was much tighter to get to, see if we can even see it without a light. Was much tighter up in here. Okay, wrong hole. That plastic hung down right here, and it was hard to get to. And that plastic had no purpose. So I just chopped it off right there, this plastic right here. I just cut it off so I'll be able to get my fingers in there easily. Easiest, easy, just call it easy. Anyway, I'm going to put that one in. We're going to call the front end done. Then today or tomorrow we'll start on the back end. But that's all I'm doing today. Then we'll put the wheels and tires back on it. And I got another project going on back there. Maybe one going on up here. I don't know. You ever change spark plugs in one of these? Huh? Anyway, that's it for now. So, follow the instructions preceding this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Maybe even drop me a comment. I do read all the comments you put on here. It will help my channel greatly.